Mm, mm, mm. How's everybody doing on this Tuesday, this hot Tuesday evening? I'm going to put my headphones on because I got fans, and as you can see the ceiling fan up there spinning. Actually, maybe if I move this over, because that may be distracting to some people. Let's move this over like this. Oh, yeah, duh. Still can see it, right? Maybe that's not going to work out, y'all. Maybe if I do it like that. I don't want it to distract y'all. Now you see the light back here. Okay, so let me, oh, I had a meeting earlier, ran a little bit over, so I do apologize. And I'm in here sweating. I tell y'all this all the time, I don't have central air, so I have to, that's why I got the fans going. Okay, let's get these in. All right. Let me share it out. Oh, wow. This looks horrible, y'all. I'm looking at it now, and I can see that light over there. Let's see if I turn it this way a little bit more like this. See if that's any better. Okay. Let me share it out. I don't think it'll let me share my business page. Oh, it did. Okay. Okay. All right. Good evening, everyone. For those of you that don't know, my name is Jacqueline Kabah Harrison. I am a confidence and success coach, specifically for African American women that have coaching and or consulting businesses. I help them to show up boldly, consistently, and with intention in their business, allowing them to increase their productivity as well as their profitability in their business. All right, so that is a little blurb about me. Gosh, yeah. I don't know what this is doing up here. I'm sorry. This is just not my night tonight. Here we go. Okay. And I'll move it back up there in a second. All right, there we go. Okay, now I'm gonna move this back up there. All right, Instagram, so y'all can see better. All right, so Evening Motivation with Jackie. I do this every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Always please share it out, tag the coach. If you think anyone could possibly benefit from this message, please share it out. Leave any questions or comments that you may have. I will definitely address them. If not right now, I will definitely go back to it and get back with you, okay? So this evening, I'm going to be discussing self-doubt. I'm going to be talking about self-doubt. Now, I'm pretty sure that we all have experienced self-doubt at one time or another, right? And especially if you're a business owner, you're in business. That is like a huge, huge thing. I mean, we put ourselves out there every day, right? Every day, all day, we put ourselves out there. And nobody likes to be judged, right? Nobody wants to say, hey, look at me, make all the comments you want to about what I'm doing and what I'm not doing, and let me know what you think of what I'm doing, right? Nobody wants to be judged. That's really just the bottom line. But the thing of it is, if you want to be in business and you want to have a successful business, you have to go for it. You have to put yourself out there. Because if you don't make any moves, right, then how are you going to have a successful business? How are you going to create a successful business with inaction, right? With not doing anything, not constantly taking steps. Yes, you're going to mess up. You're going to make mistakes. You're going to do things that you're like, oh my God, I wish I hadn't have done that, right? Or that didn't work out the way I planned, right? All of those sorts of things. But the thing of it is, it's all part of the learning process. It is all part of the learning process, right? You're not going, if you've never done it before, if this is all new to you, you're not going to just jump out there and just everything is just going to be perfect. First of all, nothing is perfect, right? And if you've never done it before, 9 times out of 10, it's not going to be perfect initially or not even close to perfect, right? So we have to get used to the idea of, you know what, I'm just going to do it. Yeah, it's not going to be, it may not be the best, but I will make it better. I will perfect it as I go along. I will learn and I will grow as I go along, right? Like I like to say, everything is an experiment. You know, I do something like, perfect example today, I'm trying out a new camera angle. So as it was kind of a little bit of, okay, well, should be here? And, oh, I see the light in the back. And, oh, you see the fan up here, right? But it is what it is, you know, and next time I'll have it positioned better, right? But I look at everything as it's a learning experience. It's a learning experience, right? So that's what I want to focus on in reference to talking about self-doubt. Now, we all have self-doubt. Now, here's the thing. You don't want to allow your feelings of self-doubt to hinder your growth and your development, right? So we're talking specifically now about business, right? Of course, self-doubt hinders your personal growth as well, but I want to focus on business for right now because that is my target area. It's, dealing with African American women that have coaching and or consulting businesses, right? So that's my area of focus. So that's why I'm focusing on how self-doubt impacts your business, right? So if you're constantly concerned about making a mistake or making an error or something that you do, someone's not going to like it or someone is going to have something negative to say about it, then what tends to happen over a period of time is you're going to stop making moves, right? You're going to stop being productive in your business, and it may not happen overnight. And it may not even be a conscious effort that you're making, right? It may not even be a conscious effort that you're making. You're not actually saying to yourself, you know what? I'm fearful of these responses, or I didn't like the response I got last time, so I'm not going to do this. I'm going to fall back on this. You may not even have made that conscious decision. However, it will show up because you are not moving forward, right? You are pulling back. Maybe, for example, if you were doing, I don't know, a couple of lives a week, maybe now you're only doing one live a week or one live every other week. Maybe if you were doing written posts, maybe you're so nervous about putting out different posts that instead of, I don't know, posting to your group twice a day, maybe now you're only doing it once a day, right? So a lot of times we may not necessarily make a conscious decision, right, to pull back or not to do. It's unconscious, but the result is the same, right? The result is the same, which is we're not being as consistent as we could be, right? We are not being as consistent as we could be. And as a result, our business will suffer eventually, right? So oftentimes when people think about a particular having a reaction to something, they think about different things that that you do, right? A specific action. But inaction is also an action, right? There can either be an action or inaction. And both of them is actually you taking an action, right? It's just that when you don't take action or you become immobilized, it's still the same thing, right? It's the same thing as you taking a couple of steps backwards because you have acted all right. And a lot of people don't look at that as acting, but you are acting. You're taking it, you are not taking an action. And just like taking an action or taking action, not taking action also has its own set of consequences that go along with that, right? That go along with that, with you not taking action. It is so warm in here. It's about 90 degrees outside. So, so the point is, we don't want self-doubt. We all experience self-doubt, but we don't want it to get to a point where it causes us not to take action, right? So that is the main focus of tonight, right? Is actually my lengthy title was Stop Allowing Self-Doubt to Stand in the Way of Creating the Business and the lifestyle that you truly desire, right? Don't allow it to hinder your development and your growth and the growth of your business because you are so busy with all this self-doubt and all this negative self-talk. So again, everybody experiences self-doubt, right? Everybody does from time to time. Some of us more than others, but we all do from time to time. But I want you to be aware of when you are experiencing it, right? And your actions and or your inactions as a result of experiencing that self-doubt, right? Because if you are not taking consistent, intentional action in your business, if you're not doing that, then you are going to hinder your business. The growth and the development of your business is going to suffer. The growth and the development of your business is going to suffer if you don't take any action. If you don't take consistent action, right? It will suffer. And we don't want that, right? Because you have a vision, you have a purpose, you have a, a business that you want to manifest, right? This is bigger than you. You have people that need to hear what you have to say, people that are waiting to pay for your services, right? Whatever they are, right? The vision is bigger than you. So you can't stop, you can't quit. You cannot. And I like to bring up self-doubt because I know that that's something that a lot of us experience is that self-doubt, right? So the first step is I want you to be aware of it. I want you to be aware of when you are experiencing this negative self-doubt. I want you to be aware of that. Then I want you to be aware of how you are reacting to it, right? Whether you are, if it's causing you to become immobilized, I want you to be aware of that. Because of course in order to do anything about it, you have to first be aware of it. So that's the first and the second piece. Thirdly, I want you to think about when we doubt ourselves, right? What are we really doing? We are doubting our abilities to be successful. We are doubting our abilities to be able to manifest a particular goal, right? To bring something about, right? We are doubting it. So when we experience self-doubt, we are doubting in our own innate abilities and skills to be able to achieve a particular goal in our business, right? So that's that self-doubt piece. So I want you to think of it like this. If you work on developing your overall confidence, right? If you work on, oh, hi, how are you? If you work on developing your whole overall self-confidence, right? then you will begin to have a stronger belief in yourself and your abilities, right? So when you have a stronger belief in yourself and your abilities, right? Yes, blessings to you too. Thank you so much for joining. When you have a strong belief in yourself and your abilities, right? You will go through life, or let's say in your business, let's keep it on business. You will walk into a challenge, right? You're not going to walk away from it. You will walk into a challenge knowing that you can do it, that you can prevail, or you can move forward. You will walk into it. I totally get it. I know it's late. You will walk into it. You won't walk away from it. You'll walk into it with that knowing that even though I don't know exactly how this is going to work out or how this is all going to play out, but what I do know is that I can do it, right? I do know that I can do it. Whatever the endeavor is, whether it's a podcast, whether it is a written post, whether it is a live show, right? Whether it's an online summit that you're putting together, whatever it is, you will walk into the situation knowing, even though you don't know exactly how it's going to work out or exactly how all the pieces are going to fit together. But what you do know is that you possess all of the skills necessary in order to pull it off, right? Now, what you can do to help foster that, like I said, it has worked for me and it has worked for other people that I have worked with. What you can do to foster that belief in yourself and your abilities is, one, go outside of your comfort zone. When you go outside of your comfort zone, that gives you an opportunity, right, to learn and to grow and to trust in yourself. And that's really what it is. You are trusting in yourself and your abilities to be able to carry out whatever task is at hand, right? Whatever goal it is that you're working towards, right? So once you build up that trust within yourself, you know. That way, when you have something come up, it's something new, it's something different. You're not like, oh my God, you still may have some butterflies or some nervousness about yourself, right? But you are not going to allow it to immobilize you or for you to run away, right? And just not do it, not take the opportunity, right? So you're not going to allow it to do that. And you're going to be able to move through that fear, push through that fear and do it, right? Because we all get that fear from time to time. And it creeps up for everybody in different ways, different things trigger us, right? But the thing of it is, if you're aware of it and you begin to strengthen that belief in yourself, you know that that's nervousness, but you know what? I'm going to be all right. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. I'm going to meet my goal or meet my quota, whatever your situation is, right? Whatever it is that you're working towards. You have the belief that you are going to do it, that if you are consistent and that if you try, you're dedicated to it, you will achieve whatever it is that you want to achieve, whatever that goal is. You know that if you work hard enough, you trust in yourself and your abilities to be able to manifest it, to be able to achieve that goal. And one of the ways that I know I have done that is by putting myself or taking myself outside of my comfort zone. Because again, when you do the same thing all over, over and over again, right? Like dealing with the same people over and over again, maybe, running in the same circles, doing the same things, it doesn't challenge you. It doesn't challenge you. It's, you fall into a rut, that familiar rut, if you will. But when you go outside of your comfort zone, that gives you an opportunity to learn and to grow, right? To learn more about yourself and who you are and your abilities, right? As well as be able to challenge yourself. And once you challenge yourself and you win, right? Or you get it done or achieve whatever it is you set whatever goal you set for yourself, then that reinforces that belief that I can do this. I got this. You hear people all the time say, I got this. That'll be you. I got this. Have you ever done this before? Nope. But I got it. How do you know? Because I believe in myself and my abilities. I believe in myself and my abilities to do it. I can handle whatever comes my way. And even if it knocks me down, that's okay. I may fall down, but I will get up. Fall down 6 times, get up 7, right? Because we all fall down from time to time, right? But the point is, you got to get back up. Excuse me, you got to get back up. Okay, how many times you fall down? You got to get back up, right? So that coming outside of your comfort zone is so, so, so important. Coming out, I cannot say it enough. Coming outside of your comfort zone. And also, the second way, and I'm just going to mention 2 ways. The second way to combat that, or to, let's say combat, for lack of better words. It's late, I'm a little tired. But the second way that I foster that belief in yourself and your abilities is to actually think back. Think back to all of the things that you've done in the past. You know, what type of challenges have you undergone in the past? And this is always the first thing that comes to my mind. Like, let's say maybe if you got an undergraduate degree, right? Throughout that education that you want to just throw in the towel. You want to just be like, you know what? I'm done. I'm done with this. I done had enough of this. I'm out. See ya. Peace. I'm out of here. You know what I mean? Haven't you wanted to do that? And if it's not with the education, hasn't there been a situation in the past that was very challenging and you were really thinking about quitting or just giving up? Yes, 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 yes. I know, because I have. I want to do it many a times. But my point in bringing that up is think about how you rose to the occasion. Think about where you got your strength from, right? Why you didn't give up, how you continued down that path and actually eventually achieved that particular goal. Think about that, right? Think about maybe if you've raised a child and they're off in college now, maybe they're, in their, I don't know, their veterinarian program, whatever it is, right? And I'm sure it was challenging, right, for the both of you, but you did it. So take a look at all of those different situations in the past that you have made it through, and you set your sights on achieving a particular goal. And even though it got rough, you hung in there, you stuck in there, and you did what? You achieved. You achieved it. You met that goal. Think back to those times. I don't care if you even have to make a list. I know I made a list for times like that when I began to doubt myself, wondering, oh, am I going to be able to do this, up in the middle of the night crying or almost to tears because I'm frustrated about something, oh, I can't get this funnel to work right. I'm up at 3 o'clock in the morning trying to get a funnel system to work right, building my email list. So think back to those times where you had those instances where you didn't know, you ain't know if you were going to win or lose. You ain't know if you was going to pass or fail, right? But you hung in there, you stuck it out, and you did it, and you won. You achieved whatever you set your mind to. Think back to those instances. Like I said, how you write down affirmations, write that down. Those should be part of your affirmations. Is I had this situation, I wanted to give up, but I didn't. I did it, and I did it well. So think back to those times and use that to encourage you and to motivate you, right? And to be able to push through that fear around that, or the fear that self-doubt was kind of reciprocal, but I was gonna say be able to push through that fear that is arising from self-doubt. I'll just leave it at that. Be able to push through that fear that arises from having self-doubt, doubting yourself, doubting your abilities, right? Not wanting to be judged by others, right? Nobody wants to be judged by other people. No, and it's not a good feeling to doubt yourself or to feel like, oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it. But we all experience it from time to time. And the point is just to give you the tools, to give you the awareness, and to be able to give you the tools to be able to utilize to push through that fear. So you won't become immobilized, so you won't just stop, so you won't give up. Not saying you won't be fearful, but as you go on, you'll get stronger and stronger, right? You'll become stronger and stronger, and you'll have less self-doubt. And when you do have self-doubt, it won't crush you, right? You'll still be able to move forward. You'll still be able to achieve whatever it is, whatever goal you were working towards at that time, right? You've experienced the self-doubt, you identified it, you whipped out your affirmations, got your mind together, got rid of that negative self-talk and pushed through it. So that was the focus of tonight. And again, I'm working on keeping these broadcasts shorter because I know we all are terribly busy. It's late, we have a lot to do. But the main focus was the topic was don't allow self-doubt to stand in your way of achieving whatever, or basically creating the business as well as the lifestyle that you truly desire. Don't allow self-doubt to cause you to be so fearful to the point where you don't take action, right? Where you don't take action. When you look up, another year has gone by, 2 years has gone by, and you're still talking about the same thing. You still haven't moved forward. You still haven't progressed, right? And a lot of that comes from that immobilizing fear from self-doubt. And two ways I have listed in which to help you to work through that is to, hey, how you doing? One of the ways to help you, thank you so much for joining. Hey, one of the ways to help you work through that I mentioned was to, well, the last way, I'll start with the last one, then I'll go back. The last way, or the second way that I had mentioned for tonight, was to actually think about some of the times where you did an excellent job, where you weren't quite sure you were going to be able to pull something off, and you did, right? Think about those times. I don't care how big or how small those accomplishments are. Think about that. That should be a part of your affirmations. Make a list, look at it however often you have to look at it, whatever, right? But make that list and actually look back at those times. Look back at those times. And if you did it then, you can do it now. If you did it before, you can do it this time, right? And then the first one I had mentioned, first and foremost, is go outside of your comfort zone. You're not going to be able to grow and learn as a person and to be able to fully believe in yourself and your abilities if you don't challenge yourself, right? If you're going outside of your comfort zone is doing something different. Like I always say, if you want to get something different, you got to do something different, right? You can't keep doing the same thing expecting to get a different result. You got to do something different. That means being uncomfortable sometimes. That means going outside of that comfort zone. But that will help you. When you do that, the more you do it, the more you will learn and grow as a person and begin to fully believe in yourself and your abilities. You'll begin to trust yourself and your abilities. That's a more appropriate way of saying it. You'll begin to trust in yourself and your abilities. The more and more you go outside of your comfort zone. You will, the more and more you do it. And the more you do it, the easier it will become. I'm not going to say it'll be like a piece of cake, but it'll become easier and easier as you go along. All right, so I'm going to end there. So thank you so much for those that joined on Facebook as well as Instagram. I appreciate you so much. Again, my name is Jacqueline Cabal Harrison. I am a confidence and success coach. I work specifically with African-American women that have coaching and or consulting businesses. I help them to show up boldly, consistently, and with intention in their business, allowing them to get rid of all of that negative self-talk and self-sabotaging behaviors that interferes and hinders us from being productive in our business and eventually works against us being profitable in our business, right? So I will help you increase your productivity and your profitability in your business. So that's what I do in particular. And I do Evening Motivation with Jackie. This is every Tuesday and Thursday at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So thank you again, ladies. And I will see you again on Thursday. Okay, let me end on Instagram. Good night, Instagram. Thank you so much for joining. And okay, there we go. All right, now Facebook. Good night, good night, good night, good night, good night.